It is my great pleasure to introduce you all to Mr. Altamsh Aslam. He's a senior manager for branding and product marketing at Bajaj Allianz, and he's an IIM Indo 2015 pass out. It is our privilege to have him to deliver this guest lecture, and today our agenda will be realm of digital marketing uncovered. So, in this, you will be having the following points covered, and we will try to cover the four industry trends in marketing, career options in digital marketing, understanding the importance of marketing, and common misconceptions about digital marketing. And if you are having any questions, we will be taking those questions at the end of the session. But meanwhile, we request you all to not to turn on your videos or unmute yourself. Uh, and I would like to welcome Mr. Altamsh sir. Hi Altamsh sir, very good evening.
Hello.
Hi sir, good evening.
Hi, hi. I think you had muted me. Hi. Hello.
Hi sir. So I have just made you co-host as well, and we can
Cool.
start with the session, sir. Yeah.
So, hi
So
everyone. I hope, yeah,
just,
I think I'll continue now.
just give me 1 minute so that. Yes, sir, you're audible. Just give me 1 minute so that I can pull up the slides.
You want to turn on the video? No, no, YouTube.
It is fine, sir.
Okay, no problem. So, I think while he's setting up, I'll start with the introduction part. So, hi everyone. I hope you guys are staying at home and I hope you guys are staying safe. I think that is the most important key here. Let's make sure that we help the government in fighting this thing. I think this is a period and it will get over soon. So quickly starting with my introduction, my name is Altamsh Aslam. I am an engineering graduate from JSS College of Noida, Computer Science. I completed my engineering in 2012. Then for a year, I worked for a startup company. It was more of a software-based company where I realized that okay, coding is something that I cannot do. So I got involved into a lot of project management kinds of roles where I had to chat with a lot of people, get works done, coordinate a lot of things rather than sitting in front of the computer and coding because that is something that I did not like. Working a year there, then I moved on to IIM Indore, where I completed my 2 years of MBA from 2015 to, oh sorry, 2013 to 2015. Majorly, I was interested in subjects towards marketing. Then I think for around 4 years, I worked at Sony Entertainment Channel. So I used to be the brand manager for shows like Kaun Banega Crorepati, Indian Idol, Super Dancers, Kapil Sharma Show, and shows like these. In as a brand manager there, my role was majorly to tell as many people who are our target audience to about the new shows that we were launching, or if there were any high points that were happening in our shows. It was majorly a 360-degree marketing kind of a role where I looked at digital marketing, I looked at ATL, above the line marketing, which is your TV ads, newspaper ads, print ads, radio. Then I also looked at BTL, which is below the line marketing, which was majorly about meet and greets with celebrities, coordinating any city visits of these celebrities or any other mall events or mohalla events, school activations and stuff like that. Also, small part of my job there was digital marketing. But for a company like Sony, digital marketing was an altogether different affair, which I'll talk about later. Then I think in 2019, I moved to Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance, where I was a part of the digital marketing team. And I used to lead the team in terms of their digital marketing efforts. So coming from a person who was working for a company like Sony, which was a mass marketing company where the target audience was approximately all of Indians watching television, to a product marketing company which was Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance, where you had specific target groups who had the capacity to pay an X amount of money who could afford our products. So there I realized, I mean, from a mass marketer to a digital marketer, how world changes, and that is why I'm here. I share my experience with you guys and how the team was structured, what were the different kinds of things that we did at Bajaj Allianz and things like that. So just to talk about marketing, and first of all, let's cover about evolution of digital marketing. Since I come from an industry where mass marketing was a major part of our spends in terms of marketing. See, marketing is a cost function. I mean, I am judged on my capability of increasing more number of people in the given amount of budgets that I have as marketing and I can spend. But I have to take a call that okay, how much amount of money do I need to spend in newspaper ads, how much amount of money do I need to spend on television, in radio ads, how much money do I need to put on social media marketing, and things like that. So there, I think almost around 5 to 10% of our budgets used to be digital marketing spends. The reason being there, it was more of a mass market kind of an industry where I needed to convey my messaging to a lot of people rather than focusing it to specific and targeted people. So there for us, we had our social media handles. I mean, for us, getting more views, getting paid views, getting followers was something that we did in social media marketing, creating posts, creating interesting video and interesting content. That is what we majorly did there. But when I came to Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance, it was basically a product marketing company where you had to reach out to specific people, because if I reach out to everybody in this country, not everybody can afford my products. So we had a very specific target group of working people, which were around 30 to 40-year-olds who could afford our products, basically our life insurance policies. So here, my major change here was that digital marketing could convey directly to these people. I mean, let's say if tomorrow I give a newspaper ad saying that, okay, you can buy an insurance plan, it would be first of all very costly. I mean, rather than doing that, what I'll do is maybe I'll spend that amount of money on digital campaigns and reach out to people directly, to the specific people that I want to reach out to. Because the newspaper is something which everybody in this country reads. I mean, I used to read it when I was a 10, 11-year-old kid. The people, my parents also read it. I read it now when I'm 30 years of age. So everybody reads that. That is a majorly a wastage of money for brands who have very targeted audiences. So that is why digital marketing actually evolved, because see, digital marketing has the power. Let's say if you are a brand manager for Pampers, which makes these nappies which kids wear. So this can also be used to target specific women who are pregnant. I mean, I can serve my ad specifically to women who are there and who are specifically right now expecting. So that is the power of digital marketing. I mean, you can go to the level. Voice is very low. I think maybe I'll speak loudly. I hope. So digital marketing helps you in reaching out to the consumers, to the very right audiences. That is why digital marketing has evolved in the past. And most of the brands have now realized that, okay, instead of doing mass media campaigns, I think it would be better on focusing on digital marketing, where we can reach out to specific people and reach out to the right target audience instead of reaching out to everybody who are majorly irrelevant for brands or for our products. So now talking about the digital marketing team at Bajaj Allianz Life, so it was around a 6-member team. So there was one person who was specifically dedicated to social media marketing. His job was to make sure that we had all the posts up and running on platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We recently made a TikTok page as well because we wanted to explore that medium. Then on LinkedIn, so all these social media platforms. I think there's a problem with my voice. Sudeep, let me know if this is better.
Yes, it's a bit better than the previous. Yeah.
Cool. So, I think I'll speak a little louder. Apologies for that. So yeah, the six-member team comprised of one member who was responsible for social media marketing. His main role was to see that we are present on all the mediums and we are relevant on all the mediums. I mean, like let's say these are days where COVID is highly uh, there spread in the country. So we make sure that we reach out to people and we tell them that okay, you can buy insurance policies, or we already have products which you can buy, which will help you in protecting against COVID. So all the communication on all these platforms was handled by that person. There was another person who was responsible for the SEO and SEM of the website. So at Bajaj Allianz, the website is the main focus of our digital marketing efforts. We need more and more people to come to the website, so they end up buying products on the website because we sell our insurance policies through agents, a majority of those. But then now, recently, digital uh, buying of policies is also picked up very lately. So our the digital marketing team's focus is majorly to keep the website up and running. So if somebody who is interested in buying a policy comes to the website, he has no problems in terms of buying a policy. So this guy's responsibility is majorly to do SEO and SEM for the website. So if anybody, let's say tomorrow comes and searches for Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance, the first ad or the first result that he should see is our website, so that he can directly go to the website, he can buy the product or take information or whatever he's searching for. Also, his responsibility is to run campaigns where you will specifically target people who are searching things around insurance or around your brand name or any more information, let's say, for example, saving tax or anything like that, which is related to your product. Then there's a third person who is responsible for updating the website. So we keep launching a lot of new products. We keep doing a lot of new initiatives in terms of product videos, in terms of communication that we keep updating, plus the new products that we come up. So all those information, all their terms and conditions, all the product details need to go live on the page. So his responsibility is that. Also, his responsibility is to maintain the user experience and the user interface of the website. You guys would have personally used a lot of websites, and you might have come up with the conclusion that okay, website A is much more better, but website B is a little bad because maybe the experience is much better in A, and maybe the user interface is much better for website A. Then there's a person who's there specifically for email marketing. So email marketing comprises of sending out all the product details or the latest initiatives done by the brand to our existing customers, as well as newer customers that we try to seek and make them our who we try to convert to make our products, buy our products. Then there's a fifth person who is responsible for ORM. ORM is a very recent technique which is called online reputation management. So a lot of brands these days, I mean, you must have seen if anything wrong happens, let's say if today anything wrong happens with my Indigo. So there's a specific example that I'd like to quote here. Somebody quoted on a tweet that okay, he took an Indigo flight from Mumbai to Delhi, but he said thank you Indigo for sending my luggage to Hyderabad, and which was a very wrong thing which Indigo had done. But then Indigo's team, the Twitter handle, the official Twitter handle, replies on it saying the fact that okay, I hope you are happy with our services and we hope that you will continue to be our customer. So that is why a lot of brands now have started doing online reputation management where they have to see that all the people, I mean, in today's world, when everybody has an opinion, the first thing that people do if the service goes wrong or if they're not happy or any problems do they face is they maybe open up Twitter or maybe open up Facebook or maybe open up Instagram and start bad mouthing the brand. So that person makes sure that okay, in whatever medium or whichever medium the query is posted, we have a turnaround time of let's say 2 hours, 4 hours, or whatever that time is defined. We are able to reply to the frustrated customer most of the times. There are very less opportunities where people also appreciate our brands. And if we get that opportunity, we try to showcase it to more people that okay, our brand is good, and we try to uh, utilize that positivity as well. Then there's a last person who is majorly responsible for designing all the creatives, all the communication, making videos, and whatever messaging that goes out on all these specific platforms. So this is the team that is comprised there, and I am a part of that team. I lead that team there. Now moving on to the next part. So in terms of careers, Sudeep, I hope I am running on time. Is
Yes,
it
sir, you
everything?
are. Yes, sir, you are.
So 5 minutes I'll speak on careers, and the next 5 minutes I'll speak on misconceptions, and then maybe we can open this up to for Q&A. It will be good if people can ask their questions.
Hmm. Okay,
So
sir.
see, in terms of careers in digital marketing, see the best part here is it's a very evolving field. I have passed out my MBA from one of the most premier institutes just like 4 or 5 years back. But in none of my courses there was a specific course on, let's say, digital marketing. I mean, there were a lot of courses on marketing as such, but there wasn't any specific course. I mean, digital marketing never existed in those times. I think it's been 2 or 3 years that this has picked up. And now there are courses like a Board Infinity course or courses or other platforms that you can do, and you can get a degree out of it. I learned digital marketing the hard way because I learned first of all what is marketing, then mass marketing, and then I moved on to digital marketing where I learned from experience. But I think I find you guys lucky here because I mean you can go to do a course and you can learn things about digital marketing and you get that degree saying the fact that okay, I am trained to do digital marketing. Vis-a-vis a person like me who has an experience in digital marketing and that is how he is excelling. I mean, I would have loved to do a course or maybe study digital marketing, but I think a full-time job does not actually allow that. So, careers here can be, first of all, the most lucrative career in digital marketing that a lot of people like is social media marketing. So you must have seen a lot of influencers these days coming up, a lot of brands trying to leverage these influencers, a lot of brands trying to uh, engage people on social media. Social media marketing helps is it's very easy. I mean, I put up a post, there are 100 people who are my customers who try to connect with me and engage with me on that post. And I mean, they might even give me feedback or they might even tell me that, okay, I'm doing good or this is the type of content they want to see, or they might even share it if they like it. Then, second thing here could be an SEO expert or an SEM expert. So his responsibility majorly lies around the fact that okay, what are the keywords that the brand needs to go? What are the keywords that need to be a part of the content that we are writing for these websites? For starting jobs, I mean, there are also jobs around content writers. So if I have to, let's say, put up a blog focusing some target keywords, I mean, I'll brief that content writer and tell him that okay, these are the keywords that you need to focus on, and then you need to give me that content. So content writers are also there who do keyword stuffing. Then the SEO expert also takes care of the website structure. What are the other things that we need to have on the website, like images or maybe fancy calculators or any other video content, whatever it is. How do we make it more search engine optimized and how more friendly? The third thing here could be an email marketing expert, where you are responsible for the emailer sent out by the brand. You need to improve the open rate, or maybe you need to improve the click rate, or you need to see how can you expand the brand's current customer database to newer email IDs. How do you need to do that? So an email marketing expert is a good person to do that. Another very evolving field today is user interface and user experience experts, which we call as UI and UX experts. So these are the people who help you design the best websites, help you revamp the websites where, so give you a very example. I mean, let's say if on my website, Bajaj Allianz Life, there are, let's say, it takes around 10 clicks for the person to enter his details and finally buy a policy. I mean, if I have a good UI UX expert who tells me that, okay, if you change the structure or maybe you change the icons here or reduce some of the fields, maybe you can sell a policy in, let's say, 5 to 6 clicks. So that is a much better experience for the customer. So that is also one field. Apart from that, I think I've talked about SEM, I've talked about email marketing is something that I've talked about, social media marketing that I've talked about. And then there are people who keep all these things running, which are the IT experts. So almost every digital team has an expert who knows how to keep all these systems running. Then there are other mediums as well in digital marketing. Like these days, we have SMS marketing, we have WhatsApp marketing. There are new mediums that keep coming up, and we keep exploring that. So, I mean, just to clear a doubt, I mean, for somebody who's starting his job in a digital marketing field, I mean, you will have to see if you want to specialize into some specific field, or maybe you can just start as a generalist. Because I mean, you never know what kind of opportunities that you get. I mean, you might be a part of the whole team, or let's say you are a part of the only the SEO team which a digital marketing team has. So I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you to explore all these fields if possible, and then maybe finally decide that okay, this is the field where I want to build my expertise in. Or you can also be a generalist, like a person like me who knows almost all of these things and who knows how to manage a team. But at starting levels, my advice would be try to learn and try to gauge as much more experience and as much knowledge that you can have in the field. And once you've started having experience, then maybe you can master that specific field. Or if you're open to exploring other fields, you can then move and explore the other aspects of digital marketing as well. The biggest misconceptions, I think this is the one big misconception that a lot of people face, that okay, a lot of students that I mentor at Board Infinity, they keep asking me that, okay, what is the kind of a job that I'll get? See, like I said, I mean, it might be a generalist role or it might be a specific role. But I think for somebody like you who's like very new in the industry, I think whatever opportunities that you get, you should try and make sure that you gain more knowledge and gain more experience first of all, and then maybe later you can decide if you want to switch fields or if you want to explore into some new field in digital marketing or something like that. I think apart from that, misconceptions. See, digital marketing team is almost in every brand, in every vertical, in every industry. I mean, like I told you, in some places the digital marketing team would be smaller. Let's say at a Sony, a brand like Sony, which is a mass marketing team. Whereas at Bajaj Allianz Life, it might be a medium-sized team. Whereas if you move to, let's say, an Amazon or a Netflix or maybe any other e-commerce site, there, since most of their products are focused on e-commerce, I think that would be a space where the size of the teams would be high. Another misconception comes in times in budgets. So I think it depends on company to company. So like most of the companies who are moving towards digital platforms, who are exploring digital marketing, have tried to increase their budgets. I mean, I personally, in the past 5 years, have personally seen that although digital marketing started slowly, but then now it has started picking up, and a lot of brands are now going after digital marketing. I mean, I'll give you a very right case of, see, we are right now in a lockdown. So I don't get a newspaper, I barely listen to radio, I hardly get time to watch television. But still, there are brands who reach out to me, let's say a Zomato, let's say a Swiggy, let's say Netflix, or maybe today I ordered my food from groceries from Big Basket. So they're using digital marketing now because now they know there's no point of spending money on an ad in the newspaper. I mean, they can either reach through me through my email or send me an SMS, or maybe they can target me at the various YouTube videos that I watch, or maybe targeting through Facebook or whatever way it would be. So now I'm assuming this lockdown will also help the digital marketing industry in a bit, because now people have realized, I mean, sitting at home, how do you reach out to more and more people, and how do you still being in a lockdown finally end your achieve your results, which could be sales or service or whatever it was. So in our company also, I mean, there was a big transition that happened with everybody. I mean, when we used to have face-to-face meetings, now what we do is we have Skype meetings, we have Teams meetings. This is a great platform which is Zoom. We have Zoom meetings. where I think the work needs to go on. So these are the digital platforms that we are using. So I think this lockdown has also helped in digitization of a lot of companies and digitization of a lot of brands, which would eventually help in the digital marketing spends as well and gaining more importance among the other things which are there. So I think that's all that I wanted to speak about. I think we are exactly on time. We have half an hour. I think Sudeep, we should open it up for questions.
Yes, sir. So, guys, if you are having any questions that you want to ask to coach, you can directly put them in the chat box and we will be answering. I hope you are able to see the chat, sir.
Yeah, I think if you can read out to me, that would be great because it's my phone. It's a small screen. I don't want to keep juggling it.
Yeah, I'll be coordinating with you. However, just
So as soon as they keep coming, maybe you can read it out to me. I'll keep
yes,
answering.
yes, sir. So, Naman is asking, sir, how digital marketing play a important role in current situation. Uh,
See, I think
yeah,
I already answered that question, but to repeat it again, see, now you are a consumer. Let's say I am a consumer. I don't read, I don't get newspaper because the government has banned newspaper. I don't have a TV connection at home. I have a Netflix connection. I have a Amazon Prime connection. I have a YouTube Premium connection. Uh, I have a mobile phone. I am reachable on SMS. I am reachable on email. I am reachable on WhatsApp. So now a smart digital marketer, let's say a brand manager for maybe Amazon or maybe Big Basket. Let's talk about Big Basket or Grow First because everybody now needs groceries. So yesterday I got an email from Big Basket saying the fact that okay, we have resumed our services and from tomorrow we can start delivering. I as a consumer was happy. I clicked on that email. I went to their website. I placed my order, and today I got the delivery. I was very happy because in this lockdown, I mean, had they put up a newspaper ad, I would have never read it. Had they put up a radio plan, I am not traveling in cab, so I don't listen to radio. Had they put up a television series, I am not watching TV. So whatever things I am doing, they try to reach out to me. I mean, they might serve me a Facebook ad, they might serve me a YouTube ad, an email, an SMS. So these are some of the ways in digitally in which they can reach out to me. So I hope that answers your question.
yes, sir. So we have a question from Abhishek. Okay, he is talking specifically regarding the course that is currently going on. But
Mhm.
generally, to generalize, we can you can say what all compromises under digital marketing umbrella.
See, like I told you about under digital marketing, I think the email marketing, the social media marketing, there's SEO, there's SEM, there's mobile marketing. Then a lot of companies also have a team which is responsible for increasing sales on websites. So maybe a web sales team where you have performance marketing is also a part of digital marketing where you try to spend money to get newer consumers, to get new people into it. Then other things are like a UI UX designer is also part of digital marketing these days. After that, I think there are content writers who are involved here. Then there are specific designers who are also involved there. So I mean, to give you an example, a designer who designs, let's say, a hoarding which is put up outside, will not be able to design if I tell him that okay, I want a Facebook banner or a Facebook post to be designed. So both these fields require different types of skill sets. So I think that is everything that comes under the gamut of digital marketing.
Okay. So we have a question. Uh, the career options are open to specific roles like SEO manager of email marketing, or we need to look at concentrating knowledge on complete digital marketing. What would you prefer?
See, I mean, in current scenario where you guys have specific education and you know about a lot of things in digital marketing. I mean, see, for me, what the case was, I used to explore that, okay, let's say tomorrow there's a case of email marketing that has come up, and then there I used to learn email marketing.
Okay.
Then maybe let's say if there's a problem in the SEO team, then I used to learn more about SEO. For you guys, I think the opportunity here is you can learn, be a master of all. I mean, like it's a saying that you can be a master of all and jack of some. I think I messed up that thing. Whatever. So what I'm
mm,
trying to say here is, you can first of all explore that. Okay, having knowledge of everything is good. Maybe the second step, what could be is, let's say you've read everything under digital marketing and then you really want to sell in Excel, then you can start. So, to give you an example, if in my team I tell my email marketing person that, okay, how do we improve the SEO ratings? He or she will not be able to do it because he or she has an experience of around 5 to 6 years of email marketing on, and she's a specialist. I don't expect her to give me expertise on other things. I mean, she can give her advice and recommendations which come from her experience, but I don't expect her to be a specialist in any of the other fields. So I think my personal advice to all of you would be learn as many aspects as you can, and then maybe later, if you have chance, maybe by adding skills or maybe by learning more in executing these skills, you can excel yourself and create an expertise.
so there is a bit of lag from your side. Is the is the correction proper?
Yeah, yeah. You want me to repeat? I think
No, sir, you
not
are
much.
clear, but there is a bit of lag. That's it. Yeah.
Acha, the
Okay.
video lag, right?
Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
coming to the next question, how to get internship at big companies like Amazon, Netflix, etc.
Yeah, I think if you can answer me that question, I will be happy to do that.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I think what I can say here is, see how internships and how jobs usually work is through experience or through, I mean, the best way these days is reference. So on my LinkedIn, I keep getting a lot of requests that, okay, I want to do an internship or I want to get a job. Are you hiring in your team? So that is one way of doing it, where maybe you reach out to your own personal contacts and see if they're hiring anybody in their team. Or maybe you can convince somebody that, okay, I am an interesting person and I am interested in this field. Can you just hire me, give me work, and give me a certificate after 2 months? Those are some of the ways. I think apart from that, what used to happen in our B school was, there were a lot of case study competitions that used to happen. And the winners of those case study competitions used to get internships at all these major companies. I mean,
Mm.
for a starting role in digital marketing, yeah, I'm not very sure, but I think my recommendation would be just to keep looking out. I mean, you never know, there might be companies who might be looking for candidates, or they might have some case study competitions. Or I think the best way would work is a referral on maybe LinkedIn.
Okay. Sir, I have an interesting question here.
Hmm.
So, how much percentage of marketing budget goes into digital marketing, and how much of it goes to conventional or innovative marketing?
See, I think it's a good question, and I think a person like me is the best one to answer this. 2015, let's say when I started a career. So first of all, the basic answer to this is it depends on company to company. If you are a company who's into mass things, like let's say Sony Entertainment Channel, or maybe let's say there's PNG, or maybe HUL, which is, or maybe let's say a Dettol soap. A Dettol soap is something which caters to everybody across the country. I mean, where you will try to put newspaper ads or use conventional types of marketing to tell people that, okay, this is a soap and this is useful for you also, for your parents also, for your kids also, for everybody, irrespective of the fact. So I'll talk about my experience in 2015 and 2016. I mean, there were hardly 1 or 2% of spends at Sony on these digital marketing initiatives. Because see, I mean, from my experience, what I've seen is digital marketing is a black hole. There was no expert in our marketing team of around 12 to 15 people who could have an expertise in digital marketing. I mean, for everybody, we were trying to explore and trying to learn for it. So that 1 or 2% moved on to maybe 5 to 10% in 2017-18, and maybe now in 2009 to 15 to 20%. And I'm pretty sure it's going to keep increasing as well. Now, if I talk about, let's say, another company, which is, I'll talk about Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance. So now, since they started selling insurance on online platforms through websites, our budgets have year on year started increasing from maybe around a 30% spend to a 40% spend to a 50% spend, depending on what goals you're trying to achieve. So I think, see, also the question here is it depends on the brand. I mean, if you have a lot of marketing budget and your goal is to reach out to everybody and make the brand more visible, make everybody know about what you're doing, then you will obviously have to use these mass marketing tools. Whereas, let's say if you are maybe an Flipkart or the Make My Trip, where you know that okay, this is a guy who takes 5 flights in a year, he is more probable to come to my website and buy another flight ticket. So why don't I target him rather than I keep targeting everybody in the world who may not even require a flight ticket or who may not have even ever boarded a flight? So, I mean, it depends on the kind of company, kind of industry, and kind of goals that you have. My take on this would be, I think if your goal is to reach out to everybody to make your brand as the brand known in every home, I think mass marketing is something that we use. Whereas if you need to be somebody who's smart, who wants to maybe focus more on selling online products or selling products through your online portals, I think then it makes much more sense for digital marketing to be there. See, I'll give you a very small example. Let's say tomorrow I have to buy shoes at mi.com. So if mi.com places a newspaper ad, mi.com will maybe put up a QR code saying the fact that okay, you can scan this to buy online. I'm not very sure whoever people that read that newspaper will actually scan that code. Whereas if let's say tomorrow there's maybe a YouTube ad, you have that YouTube masthead which changes every day. I mean, it's the prime selling ad property there. So as soon as you open YouTube, the first ad that you see on top is the masthead. So if I put a masthead, I buy a masthead ad there. I mean, I can just click, make him click that okay, if you, these are the shoes. If you want to buy shoes, you can just click there and you can go and come to the website directly. So I mean, it also depends on the ease of the customer. So I mean, if you want to make him see a TV ad and then you want him to maybe download an app and then go on that app and search for shoes and buy it, I mean, you've lost the cause because nobody's gonna do all that. Whereas if you showcase him a YouTube ad while he's watching maybe a match or anything on YouTube, there's a high probability he'll just click there, he'll go to your website there, staying on the same platform that he was, maybe his mobile or desktop, and then he'll end up buying your products. Cool. I hope this answers the question.
So we have a lot of questions from the YouTube live as well. So I will be asking few questions from there. So one question is Arun Singh has asked this question: how effective email marketing is? Most of the times we ignore those promotional emails. How can we make it more effective?
See, I think the best part about email marketing is the most cheapest form of medium available out there in all of the digital marketing uh, options available. It comes cheap, but like you rightly said, I mean, there are not a lot of people who read emails. There are not a lot of people who even open that emails. A lot of time, the emails keep getting into the junk folder and don't even land into the inboxes of the customers or whatever that you're trying to focus on, maybe prospective customers or your existing customers. But then there are also a huge chunk of people who actually do read their emails. So I mean, we'll give you a small case study that we did is we wanted to increase the open rates of our emails. What we did is instead of just writing the fact that okay, Bajaj Allianz Life has launched a new product, maybe let's say Bajaj Allianz Life has launched a new term plan. Whereas I can put up a subject line saying the fact, hey Altamsh, Bajaj Allianz has launched a new term plan. I mean, there's a very high probability that I will end up clicking on that second link rather than the first link. So, I mean, personalization is one of the things that we use to increase open rates. There are other things as well where, I mean, you use interactive things. See, I mean, I might open an email, but I might not click on your website because I don't find the content interesting or I don't like whatever you're trying to sell. But then if I get something interesting, so I'll give you a small example. Like yesterday, there was an email that came up from Zomato. So it was a big, long, well-designed creative which said that, okay, working from home, which type of a character are you? And then it had three, four characters that, okay, you are somebody who multitasks around your work, or maybe you are somebody who wants to sit in a corner and work on your station, or maybe you are somebody who loves to work at the balcony. So I liked it because, I mean, the way it was structured, and there were interesting gifs and interesting, uh, colorful creatives that were used there. So, I mean, these are a few ways that could help you in increasing the open rates. I mean, it's just that you cannot expect a lot out of email marketing. I mean, I can't expect that, okay, I will sell if I send emails to like 1 lakh people. I can't expect that, okay, 1,000 will end up buying, because I don't know, maybe 1,000 might not even end up opening. Or maybe if 1,000 end up opening, they might not even end up clicking. So it's just one of the platforms where which is used to have a presence there. But then with innovation, with new techniques, with a little bit of quirky things that you can do across email marketing, I think it could help you in improving and getting more leads or doing more sales or whatever you're trying to achieve.
All right. So we have a question. I think there is a very generic question, but still I'm going to ask. Same Arun has asked this question. How SEO works?
So yeah, see, I mean, just to explain in a very basic way, SEO works on the fact that, okay, if I mean, I'll take an example of, let's say, no, I think this is so I'll take an example of Zomato. So, if let's say I am hungry, what will I do? I'll go to Google, and maybe I am new in the locality, assuming the fact, or even if I'm old, I'll type that, okay, which are the places to order food online? Or I might type, okay, I am hungry. Or I might directly type the name of the restaurant that, okay, made in China, order food. Or I might type Zomato deliveries. So these are the keywords which a person who is hungry, who can actually end up ordering from your website, is gonna type on Google or any other search engine platforms. So, for an SEO expert, it's the responsibility to make sure that through all our SEO efforts, if the person is typing any of those things, your brand shows up. So, what I'll do is, if I type, okay, online delivery in Mumbai, and the first link comes up is Zomato, click here to order food. So this is the power of SEO, where, okay, that they have made SEO efforts. I mean, by targeting keywords or making their website more capable to it, so that it lands up higher in the search engine, or whatever effort that I'm not going into the details. There, the brand name would come up, and I would end up using the services, and I would end up using placing an order on Zomato. I mean, what also, if let's say Zomato has not done properly their SEO efforts, and let's say Swiggy is much more good in their SEO efforts. So what if let's say I type, okay, order Zomato in Mumbai, if Swiggy has done better in terms of their SEO efforts, I mean, the Swiggy ad would come first and the Zomato ad would come second. So there's a high probability I'll see Swiggy and it says order food, click here, and I might go end up clicking here, despite the fact that, okay, I've typed keywords which are related to Zomato. So that is majorly what SEO is. That, okay, let's say tomorrow I search that, okay, Chinese food in Mumbai. How do you as a brand, as maybe a brand manager for Zomato, or how do you as a brand manager for Swiggy, how do you make sure that, okay, whenever somebody is searching anything related to your brand or anything related to the service or the product that you are offering, how do you always rank up in this search engine? I mean, I Google, I think there are 10 results which come out. If you haven't done your SEO well, you will come out somewhere in the 10th, and a consumer might never ever go down and scroll and see that, okay, there's a brand that exists there. He will see AtMax, the first brand, or the second brand, or the third brand, and he'll end up using their services. So I think this is how, majorly in brief, how SEO helps.
All right. So we have few more questions, sir.
Cool, cool, no worries.
How much percentage of okay, that is already covered. Does digital marketing works for B2C or does it even work for B2B? If works, how?
See, B2C, I think I've given examples. For B2B also, there are a lot of companies who specialize into B2B marketing. and they use all these digital tools. So, I mean, to give you an example, there could be Salesforce or any of these companies which have, let's say, an SAP software or the software which is related to companies. Or maybe, let's say, if tomorrow you have a service, you are somebody who provides staffing in terms of, let's say, PUMs that you have at offices, or maybe the cleanliness staff that you have at offices, the housekeeping staff. And you as a brand is a service which provides only to businesses. So for you, it will be more important that you apply your digital marketing efforts in a more business oriented platform. To give you an example, let's say if somebody is searching about any exhibition that is happening, your digital marketing efforts come in there, maybe your search, your brand names come in there, or maybe anybody is searching about, let's say, household services in Mumbai. uh, your digital marketing efforts are going to make sure that you are there as a brand. Or let's say if tomorrow I'm searching for maybe wholesale suppliers of tables and chairs, so whichever brand, which is a B2B brand, might come up, would be the one who will finally win the order or win the service, or will expect me to become a customer. It does not depend the fact that, okay, if it's a B2B brand or a B2C brand. I mean, in digital marketing, you need to be clear in terms of what your goals are. If you need to get more business, I mean, for B2B brands, it is more of targeting to business. So they'll search, maybe let's say they'll target their SEO efforts towards more of business related keywords rather than a consumer related keywords. So to give you this example, let's say if I have to buy furniture for my personal use, I will maybe write best chair in Mumbai, or maybe where to buy the chair in Mumbai. Whereas, let's say if I have to buy it for my office, I will write bulk chair orders in Mumbai, or maybe I will search for brands uh, in wholesale supply of chairs. So I think both these fields use digital marketing, and I mean it's up to you, because see, in digital marketing, brands can also be reached out, businesses can also be reached out, and so can the consumers can also be reached out. And it's up to you that who's your target focus and how do you want to reach out to them.
All right. So, another question: what is the difference in the roles of a digital marketer in media industry, FMCG, IT, etc.? Are all roles similar or different?
See, in terms of digital marketing, I mean, majorly the roles are similar. See, marketing, you have to reach out to the customer with the correct communication. That is what marketing is. Now you use digital marketing, or you use television marketing, or you use mass marketing, whatever you use, it's up to you. So let's say if it's a media company. I mean, see, media company, it will be easier for a digital marketer because you have a lot of these celebrities who have their social media followings. So you might leverage them, or maybe create content with them, or try to do stuff around them that attracts people directly to your TV shows. So there, I don't need to make efforts on maybe an SEO or sending out emailers or maybe creating my own website, because it's a mass content which people have to consume on their television sets. And also problem that you face in in a media company is that all your digital marketing spends, there's no science that can convert that, okay, I have spent 100 rupees on maybe digital marketing, has that person come and seen it, my content on television or not? So that is a big challenge. Whereas now, if you say talk about an FMCG company, so an FMCG company, I mean, if it's a product which is more of a millennial kind of a product, let's say Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola is a product which is also consumed by millennials. Maybe you can spend your money in digital marketing trying to reach out to them on the fields which they are actually present. So you'll see a lot of brands have made TikTok pages because a lot of millennials follow TikTok, and there is you can target those people right out there. Whereas now, if you, let's say, an Amazon, for an Amazon which is selling products online, it makes much more sense for the digital marketing to be a major focus of the efforts, because see, at the end, what you have to do, your thing as a marketer is that I want that person to log on to my website or maybe open my app and then place an order. So if you're already bringing him to a digital medium, I mean, the best way is that, okay, he is already present on any of those digital mediums. Let's say he's watching a video on YouTube, or he's searching about best shoes to buy. or whatever he is doing. I mean, from there only you bring him directly to your own website, and there's a high probability he make a purchase. Vis-a-vis, if you put up a hoarding, let's say at the other station, and you might expect that okay, people will come here and then they will open their app and then they will buy. There's a huge difference in terms of the effort that you are expecting from the customer. So I think it depends on industry to industry and the types of goals that you are trying to achieve. For me, in media industry, we wanted eyeballs on television. So there was no way that I can say that okay, I am showcasing him the Facebook ad and he will end up go watching on TV. I mean, he might not ever open TV and he might only end up watching it on maybe our OTT app, which is Sony Live app. So my purpose gets failed there. Whereas let's say I talked about Amazon, I mean, where you know that okay, this person has to come to my app and buy shoes. Why not I target him on Facebook and or maybe Google and serve an ad to him, and he clicks there and he comes to my website there.
Yeah. The next question is, I'm a member of media team of my institute. How to promote my institute using digital marketing skills as it's still a growing institute?
See, I think digital marketing or not, I mean, first of all, you need to figure out who are your target audience. I'm pretty sure since it's an institute, the target audience would be millennials or maybe people in their first jobs who are maybe from the age group of 18 to 25. I don't know. Maybe if it's a B school institute, then it will be 23 onwards. If it's a normal institute, it will be between 18 to 25 somewhere. So then you'll have to see that okay, 18 to 25 people, what do they do on on digital platforms? Everybody, I'm pretty sure, has a Facebook account, has a LinkedIn account, has a YouTube connection, has most probably watches content on Amazon Prime or maybe YouTube or Facebook. Whereas they might not have a TV connection, they might not subscribe to a newspaper, they might only read news on digital platforms or consume content over there. So, I mean, for you as a college, you need to be present at all these websites where, so let's say if I am a student and I'm looking for, okay, which are the best institutes in India for MBA. So if I search that, I mean, you as a college should come up there if you are good in your digital marketing efforts. Because if you are seeing that, okay, this is what your consumer is doing, I mean, you need to be present right at the moment when the consumer is trying to get in touch with you. Maybe if your consumers are somebody who watches a lot of TikTok content, you can go on TikTok, you can set your own target parameters that, okay, this is the age group, these are the cities that I'm focusing, where your institute is, and these are the kind of people that I'm focusing, who's maybe, let's say, a graduate or a semi-graduate. You have different kinds of fields on different kinds of platforms. So, I mean, you can specifically target your efforts to targeting to those students rather than targeting to everyone or anybody who might not be interested. Another case it'd be if let's say it's a primary school where kids of 2 to 5 years of age come in. If you are trying to promote that, I mean you can't show ads to kids. You can target the parents in the fact that okay, I want to target parents, and parents usually have social media presence or they are there on the internet searching about all those things or any other digital platform which is there.
Okay. So Bishwajit Mishra has two questions.
Yes.
Uh, he is asking how to enhance his skills in digital marketing. He has a little bit of knowledge, but want to make it a strong area in his domain. And along, yeah, that is his question, sir.
So here I think if you have knowledge, I mean maybe there are paid courses that you can do. I mean, these are courses which are defined with keeping in the fact that okay, you might be working somewhere and you can do it on your own time. So maybe at Board Infinity or you have other companies as well which offer all these courses. Or maybe you can look at institutes where if you want to do maybe a 1 year course or a 2 year course or whatever. If you don't want to get into that, I mean, you can always, so Google also has a lot of free courses in terms of Google Analytics, Google SEO, digital marketing and stuff like that, which are free courses. I mean, you can get those, read about those courses, get your certifications done, and you get a resume point stating the fact, okay, this guy is certified from Google in business course and this is the certifications. So, I mean, it's up to you that how do you want to go it. I mean, if you're looking for a career, I mean, I would personally prefer a degree in that field because see, when you get an entry level job in any of those fields, I mean, the only basis that people can judge you is your education. Nobody can say that, okay, this guy comes with 5 years of experience in that field because you are a fresher and you don't have that much of knowledge. If you are already somebody who has experience in one of the fields, I mean, then it is a little bit easier for you stating the fact that, okay, I have excelled in this field and maybe now I'm trying to see the other fields or maybe try to learn about other fields. Then also you can get certifications or get courses to prove a point to the recruiter or whoever is offering a job that, okay, I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Farid Khan has asked the same question in both platforms. So Farid Khan, he says, I have 10 years experience, 10 years of experience in marketing, uh, and now learning digital marketing. What would be the career progress path for him?
See, yeah, I mean, I don't know what kind of experience do you have, but whatever experience that you have, I mean, I'm pretty sure in 10 years you would have learned something new that you are interested in. Now you are trying to learn something new, which is digital marketing. So, I mean, maybe you can see if you are at a team where the demand for that experience. I mean, maybe if you can progress from your current team to a digital marketing team, I mean, for that, you will have to prove a point that, okay, I know things that I am talking about. So, like, I mean, a lot of problems that happen in pitching in teams is so if let's say I am looking for an SEO expert, I mean, I would love to have somebody who has SEO experience and who comes as a expert in that field rather than somebody who has general marketing experience but who's trying to come into this field and who's trying to enter. Because I mean, for me, it will be much more easier if that person already has that kind of experience. What happens with newer people joining these streams is that, first of all, you need to learn things, you need to get that experience, and only then you can prove a point that, okay, I know things about all these things. So maybe for you, I mean, you want to see that how are you adding value to, if let's say I am hiring two people and one is a candidate who has experience in digital marketing, whereas there's a candidate who is you, who has 10 years of marketing experience in normal marketing and is now exploring digital marketing. So I mean, it's up to you how you will decide and how you will convince the recruiter that, okay, I can add much more value to the role than the other person who you are interested. So in that moment, you can maybe say that, okay, I am in this field for the past 10 years and I know the basics of it. I mean, but for digital marketing, I'm new, so I can get my previous experience to be a value add here. Because a lot of, see, marketing is marketing, a lot of things are common, just mediums change and technology changes. But then the basics of marketing always remain the same.
తింటారా
This is
నాకు
what
మీటింగ్ ఉంది నేను వస్తాను తిన
This is what my boss also had told me the first day when I told him, sir, I am a mass marketeer with a 360-degree marketing role. Uh, I don't know anything about digital marketing. So he said, don't worry, there's no rocket science. I mean, you will learn, and the basics of marketing at the end always remain same. And then I came here, I excelled, I got experience, and then I can say the fact that, okay, I mean, now I can truly say that I have experience of digital marketing as well.
All right. Next, Achinto Majbudar is asking, so is traditional marketing no more in demand in comparison to digital marketing? If yes, why?
No, no, yeah. I mean, traditional marketing will always be in demand, I'm assuming for at least next 10 or 20 years. See, through digital marketing, you can't reach out to the world. I mean, let's say if I have to give you an example, I am marketing Kaun Banega Crorepati. Kaun Banega Crorepati is a show who's watched by a 30-year-old like me, who's watched by millennials who are 20 years old, who's also watched by my parents who are 50, 55, 60 years old. Now, if you are a brand who wants to target on the fact that, okay, I am a brand who wants to target people who are of an old age, maybe 45 plus or 50 or 60, then you can't use all these digital marketing platforms. Yeah, my mother has a Facebook account, but she hardly uses it. My father hardly ever goes to Google to type that, okay, I want to buy a new phone. He would be reading a newspaper or he would watch television ads or Those are the mediums in which you can use reach out to him. So that is one case. The second case is mass marketing can never go because see, I mean, a lot of brands who need to do their brand building. So if Bajaj Allianz Life has to say, I mean, there are five competitor insurance brands which are already there in the market, and I have to tell the consumer that okay, why should I buy Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance? If he would have read about me in the newspapers, if he would have seen television ads, if he would have seen hoardings or anything which is mass market, then he will realize the fact, yeah, okay, this brand is a much better brand than the other brands who are already there. So my spends on the conventional mediums are always going to be there, but I might reduce or I might increase on them depending on whatever I'm trying to achieve. So in the past 2 or 3 years now, we have tried to do a lot of brand building through these conventional mediums, and now we are a stable brand in terms of how the consumers mind. So now we are shifting our focus more onto digital marketing in terms of trying to reach people with what they use. So it's a phase of one to many communication, which is like, okay, I have a TV ad, and the TV ad will look similar to any and everybody who watches it. Whereas I have a Facebook ad where I can say that, okay, Altamash, you are a 30-year-old. Now you've recently got married. This is the best product that we offer to you. Maybe 5 years down the line, when I have kids, you can specifically target through me saying the fact that, okay, this is a kids plan that we've launched, and would you like to buy it for your kid? Which are the things which you cannot do in a conventional marketing. I mean, in a newspaper ad, you cannot say all and everything, and you don't know which consumer is gonna interpret in which way. So I think both the mediums are gonna stay, and both of them have their own different pros and cons and their own uh, strengths and weaknesses. Sudeep, are you there?
So we have a question from Tarun Raj Yadav.
Okay.
Uh, and he's asking, hello, sir. I was into hardcore sales and thinking to change into digital marketing. Will it be a good decision or how should I get into digital marketing?
Yes, see, I mean, I can't say it's a good decision or a bad decision. If you are good at sales, I mean, I would love to tell you to continue that career. Because see, what happens with people who are trying to move in their careers is uh, you will again start from scratch. I mean, let's say you have 5 years of experience, whereas I have a fresher. Two people are interviewing in front of me. Both are like freshers in terms of digital marketing. So your experience, your value, whatever you've earned in the past 5 years, it will be a little difficult for you to prove a point that okay, I come with 5 years of experience and this is how I am gonna value add to this role compared to a fresher. That is one problem. The second problem also there is in terms of money. I mean, if you are gonna do a course in digital marketing and you are gonna learn new things, I mean, you might not get the exact paying roles that you are getting right now. Because see, your experience in the earlier field will not matter here now. I'm not trying to demotivate anybody. I mean, see, it's up to you that you have to take a call that okay, if an interviewer is interviewing me and an interviewer is interviewing a person who does not have experience like me, how can I prove my point saying the fact that okay, through my experience, this is how I am better than that candidate. So to give your only example, you have let's say 3 years of experience, 5 years of experience in sales. What you can say is that okay, I am a person who has been in touch with the consumers because a salesman is the person who is directly in touch with the consumers. Digital marketing is the easiest platform for consumers to be in touch with the company or the brands. So maybe you can say that okay, I can value add because I know how to deal with customers. Now only the medium will change. Now instead of me personally going and speaking out to all these people in person, I mean, I can do it using all these social media platforms or maybe whatever other digital platforms are there. So that is how, I mean, it is up to you that how do you make your experience valuable to the recruiter is something that only you can answer. I mean, I can only give this piece of advice.
Okay, sir. And guys, if you are having any more questions, you can put it up. Yeah, we have a question.
Yeah.
Just a minute, sir. Yeah. So Farid Khan is asking how to decide on content which will be more suitable for a product. Should we give more weightage to social media attractions or WhatsApp blogs or messaging?
Yeah, I mean, it totally depends on what are you trying to achieve here. I mean, if you're trying to achieve that somebody, what you want to do is you're trying to make your brand present on social media platforms. That is more of a brand building kind of an exercise. I mean, like let's say a brand like Sony, I need to be present there because I am a brand and a lot of my consumers interact with me on those platforms. Whereas if let's say I'm an Amazon, I mean, I can be on these platforms and I can have promote my own products through these platforms as well, saying the fact that okay, these are the new shows in town. If you want to buy, click here, and there's a link to it. You can go there and do anything like that. So, I mean, it totally depends on the kind of brand or the kind of company and the kind of target that you are trying to achieve. And I think that is how you can use these mediums. I mean, if you want to do brand building, you know, a lot of people are there on these social media platforms and they are going to interact with you as a brand. So, I mean, a lot of social companies use social media as feedback mechanism as well. Whereas some of the companies majorly target on their own, promoting on their own websites or promoting their own products, which don't have anything to do on social media. So they are not heavily promoting their own social media, but they are present that okay,
Sir, I think there is a problem from your side.
are you not able to hear me or see me or what?
Yes, sir. Right now we can hear you. There was a connection loss. Yeah, you can continue, please.
Or till where were you able to hear me? Or I forgot. I mean, I don't know when was the connection was.
Can you just start from the beginning, sir? Because we couldn't hear you the whole time.
Cool, cool. Can you just repeat the question once again so that
Yeah,
everybody is
the
clear?
question is regarding the selectivity of the content. Uh, Depending on which, what should be given more weightage to social media attractions or blogs or WhatsApp?
See, I mean, social media platform is where you want to see interactivity and you want to engage with your customer. So there, the content should be more of where you can engage with people. Whereas on a blog, the content should be much more detailed because if somebody comes to a blog on a website, I mean, I have already done my basic research and now I want to get more detailed research on whatever that you are offering. On a WhatsApp message, I mean, you'll have to make it more quirky so that and small and let's say an SMS where you will have to adhere to the limit of 160 characters and you'll have to make it more exciting and you'll have to take a choice that okay, the content whichever that I'm putting out is finally serving whatever I'm trying to do. Like a lot of these brands these days are messaging that stay at home, wash your hands, this and that. It's just a part of their own trying to make their brands relevant with the cause. So that is one way of doing it. A lot of brands are on social media who are trying to tell you that okay, a picture image or maybe an infographic stating the fact that okay, this is how 5 ways you can beat corona. Then these brands have blog pages where you have all the details that okay, this is how corona started, this is what you can do, these are the ways that the country is trying to fight, and these are the impacts of it. So I mean, it's up to you to decide that whatever and whichever medium that you are choosing, what is the amount and what is the type and what is the depth of content that you want to showcase to the consumer.
All right, sir. So we have few more questions. How can
I think I lost your voice.
one
Yeah,
second, sir? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Difference between learning digital marketing via certifications and courses or via studying MBA marketing with digital marketing specialization?
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't know what an MBA in digital marketing is, but I mean, you will have to see for the fact that, okay, what are the kind of prospects that you're getting after this? So, a lot of students that I mentor at Board Infinity have done a course and they've ended up getting jobs. I am not very much aware on how digital marketing MBAs are there or not, so I won't be able to comment on that. I mean, the only thing that I would like you to is see that what is the ROI that you're getting out of this, and what is the value add. I mean, if you just want to do a course that you want to learn and you're not looking for a great job or anything like that, I think then you can look at any of these fields. I mean, a lot of people do certifications just because they get best. So, I mean, it's up to you here. I mean, I'm not the right person to answer this question because I really don't know what are the process after giving an MBA or doing certification. Just my final connection and take on it is having a degree or having a certification or having a course adds value to the recruiter and to the employer. Let's say if I come for an interview and you come for an interview, you've done five more certifications than what I have done. Then you will be preferred more by the recruiter because you have things on your resume that can prove that okay, this guy has knowledge or this guy has experience or there is something than the other person.
Uh, all right. So, any other questions, guys? You can please post it. Else, we will be ending the session in 2 minutes. So, if there are any other questions, you can put it. So, Shubham is having a question, sir. Whether you have done any certifications like Coursera or
Yeah, I mean, I personally just did Google Analytics basic certification, which is free of cost, because I was lucky enough to get a job in digital marketing without a degree or without any of these courses. But I'm not very sure here about the other people. I mean, you might not get lucky, you might get lucky, so I don't. I mean, it's always good to have it on your resumes. I mean, for me, certifications are not that valid now because I have 1 year of experience of core digital marketing that I can write on my resume. So if I go for an interview tomorrow, then the person can see that, okay, this is 12 months of core digital marketing that he's done. So they'll obviously end up hiring me and treating me in a different way rather than they might treat a candidate who might have only just, let's say, five certifications and no experience in digital marketing. I mean, for a starting level, I think it's good to have all these courses and recommendations. I personally haven't done any apart from the basic free ones offered by Google.
yeah, all right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your questions. So, if there are any other questions, we would like to take it up. Else, we'll be wrapping it up in 2 minutes. All right, sir. So I think that is it. So we can end the session now. And thank you so much again for your time. And if you're having and from all the Board Infinities team, we would like to thank you to giving your time, and also thank you all of you audience to join us today, and hope you have learned some important insights. And if and we will be posting a feedback in your respective Slack groups, so please fill the feedback form and help us to improve better in the upcoming sessions. Thank you so much, Altama sir.
Welcome here, and I hope I have been able to add some value to the lives of the people that I have spoken to. Please give your feedback. I mean, it will help me improve in the later sessions. I also improve the shooting. I wish you guys all the very best, and thank you for being such a wonderful and an interactive audience.
Thank you
See
so
you.
much, sir.
Bye.
Have a good day. So thank you guys. And due to the rise of Corona, awake of Corona pandemic, we all want you to be safe and stay safe, stay home, and be always attentive in your Slack group so that you won't miss any of your classes. And also let us know if you are facing any issues through the feedback form. Thank you so much.